If you hear about Bali, the name of the popular Indonesian island, you will probably think about beaches, temples, and its lush nature. In this video, we will tell you the 8 things you cannot miss about Bali. If you like nature, a waterfall tour would be essential for you. There are many waterfalls in Bali, but because of the bad highways and the traffic, you will need to plan ahead your trip, or you will just see a few. Check out the regular tourism paths in which they gather the waterfalls by zone and try to add local ones to make your own route. In the north of the island are the wildest and least visited. The most popular are Sekumpul Git Git, Munduk, or Aling Aling, where you can live a refreshing experience if you are brave. The admission usually costs from 15 to 20,000 rupees, depending on its popularity.
Thank you.
The way down to the waterfall is usually long and hard, between 15 to 20 minutes, but it really works. Besides the beautiful nature, you will find hundreds of slippery steps, narrow paths, steep hills, and complicated bridges, so be aware that you will need to be a bit fit. Our favorites: the wild and simple beauty of Kanto Lampo, a local waterfall barely exploited for tourism, and Tukad Cepung, a waterfall inside a cave that will leave you impacted. Known as the Island of the Gods, Bali is fundamentally Hindu. Religion is essential for the Balinese. They go to pray at least once per day in one of the 10,000 temples that Bali has. It's such their religiosity that they even have a temple in their houses. The access to the temples costs between 10,000 and 50,000 rupees. At the entrance, they usually lend you a sarong to cover you, and in some places, you will have to rent it though. As a curiosity, they prohibit the entrance to women in their menstruation. Our top 3. Visit the Luwak temple just before sunset, and for 70,000 rupees, enjoy the famous Tukad dance. We recommend, of course, to visit Goalgaka Elephant's Cave and get lost into the wonderful and exuberant nature that surrounds the temple. You won't stop taking photos. And our number 1, feel the spirituality of Tirita Empul. We recommend to purify yourself in their pools and feed the huge fishes you will find. One of the Bali's highlights are the rice fields, and these two the most famous. Located in the northern valley, Getaway is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a green sea that stretches as far as the eye can see. The entrance by car costs 40,000 rupees, and once inside, you can move freely and stop whatever you want. If you want to go trekking, you can check the different routes. The intermediate one takes an hour and a half. The rice production in Indonesia is vital for its survival. Bali is the 4th country in the world rice exporter, and internally, the Balinese consume 700 grams of rice per day. The mixture between the terraces and the wild nature makes the Galalang a unique space in Bali. Located very close to Ubud, the access is free though you are asked to leave a donation. It has several accesses, but our favorite is the one on the swing area. The experience is a bit expensive, short, but worth it. The walk through the fields, absolutely beautiful. In Bali, you must visit the beaches. You will see coves with transparent waters, long beaches, others with black sand and surrounded by nature, and of course, surfers all around. Why? Because Bali is one of the top destinations in the world for surfing. Surfers well experienced can try their luck in the famous beaches of Uluwatu and Padang, with rocky bottom breaks with perfect waves for technical turns. By the way, for Padang, bring an antiseptic in case you get too close to the rocks. There are many surf schools, but when it comes to trying the waves, newbies will do well by staying at the beach breakers like Dreamland. The best time for surfing is between April and November, when you can find waves up to 5 meters. Discover the flavors, smells, and cuisine of Bali, a kitchen where species coconut milk and shrimp pasta stand out. Try their typical dishes in the traditional warungs. Local restaurants opened from morning till 10 p.m. They are really cheap. You can have a meal for less than 5 euros. The most popular dishes. Chicken satay, basically chicken with peanut sauce served with rice. Nasi goreng, fried rice with chicken, veggies and soy sauce, and its version in noodles, mee goreng, and the lumpia with meat, noodles and carrots. The food is very spicy, so cool it down with fresh beer. If you like beer, here you have to order bintang. We recommend to enjoy local fruit, durian, the sweet mangosteen, and of course the traditional fresh coconut. And our greatest discovery, the klopong, a sweet made of coconut and palm sugar that explodes in the mouth. Palm sugar?
Yep. Oh, really nice.
Just 2 hours away by ferry, you will find the Gili Islands, a destination free of traffic. Motor vehicles are forbidden, so we recommend you to take a carriage, a bike, or just walk around the island peacefully. Tanning on the white sand beaches, diving and snorkeling in its clear waters are the fundamental attractions of the island. Among the variety of colorful fishes we saw, we were thrilled to swim with turtles, an unforgettable experience we didn't live before. Between the 3 islands, we choose Gili Air, quiet but active, with memorable sunsets, good restaurants, and the popular swings on the shore, as famous as Bali itself. Nusa Islands are a bit closer to Bali. Nusa Penida is our favorite, the largest and the wildest. With just a few hotels and complicated roads, it is less visited than the other 2. You will fall in love with the sharp cliffs, the wild beaches, and its unique landscape. The tour lasts about 2 hours. They walk with you around the facilities while they explain the process of making this unique coffee, the most expensive in the world.
Luwak coffee coming from the animal also is good for healthy because they have low caffeine, only 0.5. They also eat coffee bean, only the best one. They selective choose for the best coffee they eat, they process in the stomach and then pooping out, so that we wash, we dry with hot water and cold water. It's long process but make it until hygienic. Luwak coffee also is the most expensive coffee in the world because it's very low production. Only in Indonesia, in Bali, Sumatra and Java, in the island only in Indonesia. Maybe also in the other country have Luwak coffee that is very expensive. 1 cup only, this per drink is around $25.
Here I have 250 grams, which costs 1,645,000 rupees. You will also see the luwaks. We are against of locking animals in cages, but as we were told, this is the way to protect them since they are persecuted and hunted by poachers. At the end of the tour, you will have a free tasting of a great variety of teas and coffees, such as coconut, chocolate, or avocado coffee. To finish the tour, for 7 euros, they prepare you a cup of Luwak coffee in a very special way to enjoy it in an unforgettable environment.
Enjoy your drink.
Thank you.
The peculiar design of the doors in the temples of Bali make them the objective of thousands of photos. The gates of heaven are located inside the Lempujan's temple. It is considered one of the most popular photo locations in the world, so you will find 3 line hour, which entitles you to 20 seconds and 3 poses. This can be avoided if you go at dawn. Oh, and we warn you, the famous peak in front of what appears to be a pristine lake is a fake. There is no water, just a local with a smartphone and a mirror. The Andara gates are just the entrance to the Andara Golf Club and Resort. Since they become popular, the locals have set up a checkpoint and now they charge about 10,000 rupee, less than €1, for taking a picture. Go at dawn and there won't be any queues or locals that charge you.
If you enjoyed the video, you know how it works, so just like it, subscribe, and travel with us around the world. Bye bye! See you guys!